comes home, and I go to my room, and she goes to the sofa, and that's it. And the next morning, she gets up, she goes back to Philadelphia.
And you marry.
So that's March. Then April, I'm doing a play. We're developing a play based on a novel by Kurt Vonnegut.
Oh, dude, seriously?
It's a good choice.
That's great.
That's so cool.
We're doing this play, and when I do a piece that's developmental, I like to invite people who have no knowledge of the starting material, so they can come and see it and tell me if it makes any sense at all. Because sometimes you get really close to the material and you don't know what it is.
You forget what's going on.
Amy had not read the novel because when I mentioned it, she said, "What?" So I invited her to come up, and she came up for a rehearsal and hung out. And the cast, the second she left, the cast said, "What's going on between you guys?" Nothing. I said, "Who is that? Come on, what happened to Tabby? Where's Tabby? Ooh, who's this Amy? What's this dude?" Okay, so they were really annoying. So Amy, so she came to see the rehearsal. We went out to dinner. We went back to my apartment. She slept on the sofa. I slept in my bed. In different rooms. It wasn't like the sofa and the bed was there. And the next morning she got up and she
went back to Philadelphia.
So now it's the weekend of my show and the weekend of her good friend Kathy's wedding. And I know Kathy from college because Kathy was involved in the same theater. We were all involved in the same theater company. Kathy was her roommate in college. So she came up with a dual purpose. She was a bridesmaid in the wedding, but she was going to go see the show. So she came to see the production. I guess it was opening night. We all went out for Chinese food beforehand. The whole cast and everybody went out for Chinese food, and then we went back to the theater and they did the show and they did a discussion with the audience afterwards, and she hung out. And at this point, it was a joke because every time she'd walk in, the cast would go, "Amy's here, Mr. Bergman, Amy's here." Like, okay, so meanwhile, it's getting weird between us, but nothing's happening yet. You know what I mean? But you know when things are happening, but you don't know when things are happening.
Tension.
It wasn't even like sexual tension.
Thanks, man.
It wasn't even sexual tension. It was more like, I don't know what's
Yes,
going
I
on
am.
here,
I have
but
the whole
this is not
footage.
feeling like it's supposed to.
It's not a date, but it kind of is.
Yeah, okay. So, next morning,
going out to dinner because we're hungry.
and we're going to bed because we're sleepy. Right? Okay, so, wait, because it's not like that. You have to understand. So the next morning, Amy gets up to drive up to Kathy's. We went out. No, we didn't go out to brunch that morning. She got up to drive to Kathy's, and her car was in the parking lot behind my apartment. I lived on a second floor over a store, over a Chinese restaurant. And
so far it's 12 minutes long too.
Came to small Chinese food, absolutely. You're leaving. Is it so bad? Was it horrible?
No. I'll go back.
Mysterious things.
You're gonna miss the real good part.
Oh.
Right now.
I have it on footage. It's okay.
So I walk Amy down to her car.
Like seriously, this is gonna be a blog feature.
Walk Amy down to her car.
Hey, people read it now.
And she's gonna drive to her friend's wedding.
No, real people.
So right before she gets into the car,
Sam,
I
Riley,
kiss her.
Amelia. Oh.
And it's not.
You kissed her.
And it's not like some huge, passionate sweep her off
Like
her
a
feet.
mwah.
But it's more than that, but less than huge, passionate kiss. Okay.
It's not like a.
So Amy,
See you later.
this you have to understand. And if those of you who know my wife can see this happening, okay? We come out of this not very passionate, but some contact kiss. She goes around to the car. She unlocks the door. She closes the door. She comes back around to me. She says, "Do that again."
Oh, that's so. I can actually totally see that happening too.
So I did.
Out of a movie.
And then she went, "Okay, bye." And she got into her car. And she drove up to Kathy's wedding. Now, apparently,
that's so cute.
she spent the entire time at Kathy's wedding, Kathy,
Talking
the
about
bride, talking to Kathy about what's going on with Michael Bergman. And Kathy kept saying, like, "No, it's just old friendship, honey. It's just, it's just." And Amy said, "No, it's not. I'm falling in love." And I don't want to be in love with him. I want to be in love with like a GQ guy. She always pictures herself in love. She always pictures herself like getting married to some like English guy out of GQ, right? Now, at the same time as she's doing this with Kathy, mind you, I haven't spoken to her since the weird second kiss in the parking lot. I call my mother.
Oh, perfect.
And I said, hey, Mom, do you remember Amy Gorosky? She said, yeah, short redhead, kind of flighty. I said, yeah, she's going to be around a while. That's all I said to my mother.
Oh, that's so cute.
Then nothing. We didn't even talk to each other for almost a week. And then she called me and she said, I want to see the show again. Can I come up for the closing weekend, which was like the following week? The show ran 3 weekends. So I said sure. So she came up the following week. Amy's here, Mr. Bergman. Okay. She comes to the show. We're hanging out afterwards, and I said, like the elephant in the room. We have to talk about what's going on. And she said, yeah, it was kind of weird, wasn't it? I said, yeah, it was kind of weird. And she says, but like good weird. And I said, yeah, it's kind of like good weird. So we decided we were going to date. Now this is
That's so like 7th grade.
Okay.
It was like weird.
This is the middle of May. School ends like 3 weeks later, and I immediately take my actors and go to France. Because we were performing in a theater festival.